Welcome back with a new video, a video that might be already outdated the moment I've loaded it up, we'll see. If you're a Beatles fan, you've already heard the rumors. There's going to be a new Beatles song, possibly at the end of the year, maybe autumn already. And we also suspect that it's going to be a song based on the Lennon demo Now and Then that the Beatles, Paul, George, Ringo already tried to record for the anthology, for the third anthology disc. Anthology 1 there was Free the Bird, anthology 2 there was Free Love. So they of course thought we need a third one, and they tried Now and Then, but George Harrison in particular thought that the song was, quote, rubbish. Paul, and in this interview from like 20 years ago, he already said, one day I'm going to finish this song. And now it seems like he did it. It's the question, is that ethical, towards George, also towards John, but that question could already have been raised with Free the Bird and Real Love. Who am I to decide on that? I'm a Beatle fan, and of course I'm always excited when I hear news about new Beatle content. Paul, it seems, has convinced even Ringo to lay down some new drums. He played some new bass parts and new background vocals. There's also kind of a suspicion that they kind of recycled background vocals from the Because track from Abbey Road, which to me, I hope this part of the rumor is not true, because that's like a Frankenstein. It's already a Frankenstein kind of production with two people dead and rhythm guitar part by George from the 90s, demo John from the 70s, and then the new stuff. It doesn't need more of this, I think, but if they decided to do that and it sounds good, again, who am I to judge that? No one of us has heard the song, so we can't really say something about it. But also news that came out were that probably it's the 50-year anniversary that the Blue and the Red album could be reissued also, maybe alongside that new song release. And I thought, well, again, do we need it? So many remixes, reissues, and on compilations throughout the years. And I said it often on this channel, I'm not a fan of the Giles Martin remixes. I don't think the Beatles songs need any remixes, maybe 2 or 3 exceptions when something went wrong in the original production. But even then, I think historically, the original is the right one to listen to. So it's just a money grab. I've decided to make a video about what, if they do a new Red, a new Blue album, apart from the remixing stuff, what they could improve on. And they could improve on the track list. So I've made new track lists for the Red and the Blue. I think all the original songs from the Red and the Blue are still in my track list, but I think there were some songs that it's really unexplainable why they were left out in the original, especially Red album. The Red album always had one song, has one song less than the Blue album. The Blue album has 28 and the Red has 27, and they only have 2 songs from Revolver, for example. So why not? why didn't they at least give us a 28th song and one more song from Revolver? Tomorrow Never Knows is probably the biggest song they omitted from the Red and the Blue. Should have been the last track on the Red album, in my opinion. But the Beatles songs are also kind of short songs, so I think you could make a 80-song compilation, one disc, 20 songs. So the Red album has 20 songs disc 1 and 20 songs disc 2, and the Blue album has 20 songs disc 1 and 20 songs disc 2. So the 3 new, the very new, and the 2 90s songs, Free the Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then, if it's Now and Then, could be the last 3 songs on the Blue album. And the rest I will tell you my songs. So these aren't necessarily my favorite Beatles songs. If you want to find out about my favorite Beatles songs, I've ranked every Beatles song in a video series 1 or 2 years ago, so you can watch that. No, it's me being kind of objective. What are the biggest Beatles songs? What are the songs that need to be um, on such a compilation? So I will go through it. So the red, and it's also chronological, like the originals. The red album would start with Love Me Do, then Twist and Shout, Please Please Me, I Saw Her Standing There, Do You Want to Know a Secret, a song that wasn't on the initial one. From Me to You, She Loves You, This Boy, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, All My Loving, Can't Buy Me Love, A Hot This Night, and I Love Her, If I Fell, Things You Said Today, I Feel Fine, She's a Woman, 8 Days a Week, No Reply, and Ticket to Ride. That would be disc 1, so this is like from 62 to early 65. Like this is really the early phase, and then the mid phase would start with disc 2. Starts off with Help, then I've Just Seen a Face, I've Got to Hide Your Love Away, Yesterday, Day Tripper, We Can Work It Out, Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, Norway Man, Michelle, Girl in My Life, Paperback Writer, and now it's interesting with the Revolver stuff, Rain, Eleanor Rigby, Taxman, Here, There and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, Got to Get You Into My Life, and Tomorrow Never Knows. So especially Revolver has many new songs, but also other songs like I've Just Seen a Face from Help, really important songs that weren't on the original albums. Then 1967 to 1970. We'll start off with Strawberry Fields Forever, then Penny Lane, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, With a Little Help from Our Friends, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, A Day in the Life, All You Need Is Love, Hello Goodbye, I'm the Walrus, Full on the Hill, Magical Mystery Tour, Lady Madonna, The Inner Light, to have at least one Indian song on these compilations, Hey Bulldog, Hey Jude, it's also kind of funny, Hey Bulldog, Hey Jude, Revolution, Back in the USSR, Dear Prudence, Obla Di Obla Da, and the 20th and last song of the first disc of the Blue album would be Helter Skelter, also a great last song for a disc, with the Got Blisters on My Fingers thing. Then the last disc, the fourth disc, or the second disc of the Blue album would start with Blackbird, which is an unusual, but I think a great opening track to a compilation. This would be a ballad that's, has a vibe that's a good vibe to start an album with. Then While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Happiness is a Warm Gun, Birthday, Yeah Blues, Good Night, to have a few more Ringo songs. It's really hard to pick Ringo songs otherwise. Don't Let Me Down, Get Back, The Ballad of John and Yoko, Come Together, Something, Octopus's Garden, Here Comes the Sun. And then the 14th track would be the long one, so the Abbey Road medley would be put into one track. Then number 15, Let It Be, Across the Universe, The Long and Winding Road, and then there's still room for 3 more tracks. So track 18, 19, 20 would be Free as a Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then. I haven't really, I don't know how long the discs would be. If you're talking about a CD, there's not more space than 80 minutes on a CD, and also vinyl, of course, has restrictions in terms of time. So if the long one makes the disc too long, then the second disc of the Blue album, then there would be just 17 songs, and there would be, which is also kind of a money grab for Apple, of course, a third disc, an EP, maybe the Purple, not album, but Purple EP, with just the 3 new tracks, So in that way, the Blue album could still be called 1967 to 1970, and the Purple disc could be called 2023. Free as a Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then. I know Free as a Bird and Real Love are from the 90s, but if they're going to, make clean the new stuff up, the Friedel stuff with AI, then they should also do it with Free as a Bird and Real Love, which weren't really great productions and mixes to begin with, very sterile sounding, and these are 2 songs that could need some kind of subtle AI, I would say. So Free as a Bird, Real Love, Now and Then would be versions from 2023 in that sense. Yeah, that was that video. Let's see what the news will, if the news will confirm any of the things I suspected at the beginning of the video, and if and how these new albums, Red, Blue, if that part of the rumor is even true, and of course the new Lennon or Beatles song. Let's hope it's any good. I'm not one of, You know, many people say that Now and Then is by far, and George Harrison was one of those, by far the worst of those three Lennon demos from the 70s. I never thought so. I personally, I always like the Lennon demo of Now and Then more than Free as a Bird and We Love. They're all pretty rough and unfinished, but you know, the melody, the sentiment, Now and Then is to me the most moving of these songs. For example, you know, the finished Free as a Bird is okay, but the demo is, you know, I never really liked it. Free as a Bird demo by John Lennon. So let's hope the best. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.